Hey Pisces, and welcome to your reading for today. This is going to be the first part of your reading, your energy reading, where we're going to see what is going on with you at this time. What do you need to know? Now, before I get into this reading, I got a download this morning and about who this message is for today. Okay, so it's going to be for a specific person. And I was really kind of like, okay, Spirit, are you sure you want me to talk about this? So for any of you guys that are new here, there's spirits around me. They communicate with me through like noises, okay? They make noises in my apartment. So my furniture will make noises. It'll like pop, or my window will pop, or different things in my house will make noises when I know the spirits are trying to communicate with me. So I'm like sitting there and I'm like, wait, are you sure you want me to talk about this? And then the water boiler in my kitchen goes pop. And I was like, are you sure? And then the email comes in, ding. And I was like, okay, so this isn't just a memory that I'm having now. This is something that you want me to speak on. So the person that I'm talking to today, you had a similar experience as me growing up, okay? So when I was growing up in school, like middle school, even like end of elementary school, but a lot of like middle school, high school, I was bullied a lot, okay? So you guys are always, you're really sweet in the comments, you know, you say really sweet things like, you know, but when I was growing up, I felt so ugly, okay? I really felt like an ugly duckling. I had braces, I had glasses, I had short hair. I really felt really bad about myself. So the other thing is that when I was growing up, I had ADD. Well, I don't have ADHD, I have ADD, and I didn't know it, right? So I always had like really weird social skills, and I always felt like I was different, right? So that was super prominent when I was growing up. So even if you don't have ADD or ADHD, I'm talking to someone today that always felt like they were different when they were growing up, okay? You always felt like an outsider, and you could have, oh yeah, there's like pigeons that just are like flying out of the, yes, I'm definitely talking to this. If this resonates with you, this is, did you see that shadow? Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get back to the story. Okay, so I had untreated ADD and it made me feel super weird. So I never, I couldn't really get along with the other kids, and it was because I felt like I was different, and I just felt like I couldn't relate to them in some sort of way. Like I never belonged to the cool kids. I wasn't, you know, a cheerleader and stuff like that. I never dated the football player, like something like that, right? I was the kid that actually most of the time at lunch, I always sat by myself at a table alone. And just like in the movies, like really like in the movies, especially in middle school, I would often eat my lunch in a bathroom stall because it was easier for me than to sit at a table all by myself, right? Yeah, that was my middle school experience. I mean, when I got to high school, I had a teacher that I really loved, and so I would sit in my teacher's room for lunch so I didn't have to sit in the cafeteria by myself, right? But I just never had a lot of friends. I was someone that always had like just one friend maybe, and it was because I just couldn't relate to the cool kids. I wasn't a cool kid, okay, at all. And I had really weird social skills, and I was untreated, right? So when I was going through this experience, and I was bullied, I was really like, you know, I was bullied a lot in school. I was really cut out. Like I wasn't invited to parties, and I was shoved into lockers and like all of that shit. Like I went through a lot in school, and it did lead me to have like depression and anxiety, and looking back now, like realizing that I have ADD, now I see that when I was going through all of that and I had, you know, the social skills and the poor emotional regulation and the depression and the anxiety, now I know that I had untreated ADD. And back then it was like, oh, does she have borderline? Does she have depression? Does she have this, that? No, I didn't have any of those things. I had untreated ADD. And look, the thing is though, like if you're a woman, like some of you guys who have ADD, ADHD, you might know about this as well, right? So women tend to not be hyperactive. And if we have hyperactivity, we don't show it like boys do or men do, like physically. We have it more internally, which leads to anxiety because all of our like unrest is in our mind or inside internally. So a lot of people confuse that with anxiety, right? So I've always had really bad anxiety, or I thought, until I started treating my ADD. And I didn't treat my ADD until I was an adult, okay? And so it never got caught. Now, I don't know why that was important. This is who I'm talking to today, okay? You went through something similar, or you had a similar experience in school, okay? Of just feeling like an outsider and feeling bullied, and maybe even going through some like mental health issues, okay? Yeah. Maybe you also have ADD, ADHD, and never realized it until you grew up, okay? And now you look back at your life and think, oh yeah, now a lot of things make sense of why I went through things, right? So, I don't know, guys. But I got like 3 confirmations this morning to speak on that for some reason. So, yeah. That's important for some reason, okay? Yeah, and since I've treated my ADD now as an adult, man, I'm telling you, my mental health got so much better. My life got so much better. My whole life changed around, okay? It really did. It really did. And I also, like, sometimes I think, like, okay, it was so obvious, though. It's like, how did... Well, not really. I mean, with women, it's really hard to catch ADD or ADHD. It's way harder than to catch it with boys. I also read once that in a study that most women don't find out they have ADD or ADHD until they're adults, right? Because it doesn't show up the same way it does with boys. So I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, but let's see, Pisces. What's going on with you today? What's going on with Pisces? 6 of Swords, you've left something behind. You're leaving something behind here. You're doing some sort of self-reflection, okay? Or this could just be your energy also, you know. 4 of Swords is about you don't say much. You're in your head a lot. So maybe you're someone that's in your head a lot, right? You're a thinker. You're a contemplator. You've been thinking about something here for a while. There's some sort of somebody's coming out of an illusion, or you're starting to see something clearly, or you made a choice here. Someone, you finally know what to do, or I don't know. We're gonna have to clarify this one. So let's see. Why is the 4 of Swords here for? Why is the 4 of Swords here for? Pisces. The Lovers, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and then 2 of Cups. So you could be thinking right now, you could be contemplating some sort of a relationship that you have, some sort of action that was taken. I don't know, Knight of Swords in reverse, kind of giving me maybe somebody came at you in some sort of way. Maybe there was some sort of a confrontation. This is also kind of giving me like, you might be the kind of person where if someone comes at you or confronts you, you tend not to really say much, okay? Four of Swords. Maybe you're someone that kind of just stays quiet. I'm getting like some sort of like a feeling of overwhelm, but not really. It's more like when someone attacks you or comes at you, you just get kind of like a deer in the headlights kind of a thing. Like you have to let the emotions sit for a second before you know how to react. You might have like, I'm getting like prolonged reactions, or what's it called? When you don't react immediately, when someone is like yelling at you, where it like takes you a second to go like, how do I react to this? How do I react to this? Right? And then like after 10 minutes or an hour, you're like, okay, now I know what I'm gonna say. Like that's what I'm getting for some reason. What's the Six of Pentacles reverse? The Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're someone that tends to just maybe remove yourself from situations, like the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So you might, when you get in situations that maybe overwhelm you, or you feel like it's too much, you just tend to like distance yourself from it, right? So this, I don't know, I'm getting something to do with like reactions, the way that you react to certain things, right? Because it's okay, this is really hard to explain. I'm gonna try my best. So you're the kind of person, is what I'm getting, that you tend to like distance yourself from things and like walk away, and it's because you almost don't know how to deal with it. It's like it feels too in your face, so you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away, I'm just gonna leave, because it just feels like too in your face. Okay, this is giving me kind of like the social skill thing. Okay, I can kind of identify with this energy that I'm getting. It's like you don't want to fight. Five of Swords in reverse. It's like you just don't feel like fighting. You don't feel like having a confrontation. It just feels too overwhelming for you. You're somebody that would just rather walk away. And it's not because you're walking away from the problem. You're walking away from the tension, right? So if something feels too tense, it just makes you like not know how to react. Okay, it's like your reactive. The reactive sensors in the brain like get a blackout, and you're like, I'm gonna leave. Like that. And it has something to do with confrontation. Okay, so you're someone that doesn't fight. Okay, like this is, if there's fight or flight, you're flight. Okay, fight or flight, you're flight. You're like, I'm leaving now, like I need to get away. And it's not because of flight, like you want to like run away. It's more like I feel shocked, or I feel like I'm like paralyzed. It's like giving me like paralysis, and you just don't want to fight, and it just feels too overwhelming. So you just want to like distance yourself. So you could be the kind of person when you're fighting with someone, especially in person, if someone is yelling at you, you just won't say anything at all, because you have to process what the person said first, so that you can then think about what you're going to say. But that doesn't happen immediately, because you have to process your emotions first, and then you can react at a later date. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, you don't feel like fighting, you just, because it's like something, I'm getting like a barrier. Like just imagine someone is yelling at you and going at you, and it feels very overwhelming. So you put up a barrier, and then you just don't say anything at all, and you just tend to walk away and leave the conversation, because it feels like oof, okay? And you might have to process what happened first before you can even think about what how you're gonna react to that, okay? So you're not a fighter, you're a flighter, okay? Ace of Swords comes out. Okay, I know exactly who I'm talking to today. Yeah, this is exactly who I'm talking to today. So people might not understand this about you. This is like a personality. It's not a quirk, but it's like this is a special type of a personality. It has a lot to do with reactions. Okay, so people might not understand this about you. They might see the way that you walk away from things as like, oh, you just don't care and you think you're better. And it's like, that's not what's going on at all. It's something to do with like social overwhelm, okay? It has something to do with social skills. And if you feel attacked, you just remove yourself from it because it's just a protective mechanism, I almost want to say. But it also... yeah, it has something to do with how much you're able to deal with. You're not someone that's gonna fight back. You're not like, yes, you may, you get in situations where you do yell and you do get loud and you do say what you want to say. But if you're just normal, okay, like I'm talking about, you're not mad, you're not angry, you're not fired up, nothing. You're just sitting around not doing anything. And all of a sudden someone comes out of left field and goes, you blah, 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 blah. Like you're just going to sit there and go like, what the fuck? And then you just need to like, get out of there. Okay. That's you. So let's see. What's the 7 of Cups here in reverse? The 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups reverse. And the 2 of Pentacles. So you've been, I don't know, you might have been working on your own self-mastery here with the 8 of Pentacles. It might have a lot to do with like with the 9 of Cups reverse and the 2 of Pentacles. This might have something to do with like your mental health, okay? And the way that you deal with mental health issues. Or not even issues, but just like learning about who you are and why you are the way you are and accepting that not everybody is the same, right? So this is giving me something to do with like your mastery, you mastering your own balance. And it's also giving me like, you have discovered for yourself that just walking away from a situation and holding on to your peace of mind, that is something that helps you. So why shouldn't you just be able to be who you are? I mean, why do you have to stay in some sort of social situations that make you feel uncomfortable, right? That's just a part of being like honest with yourself, honest to yourself. If you feel better walking away and, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so tell me more about this confrontation here. 9 of Swords reverse. Ace of Swords and Temperance. This is the second time that this has come out. This is some sort of truth about your balance and what you've done to balance out your life, or your you tempering your own balance, or tempering your own energy. How you've managed to balance out your life, okay? So you could have come a long way. That's what I feel. You could have come a long way, and it might have started in childhood, but not, it was just a lot of like factors, like environmental factors is almost what I'm getting, but also maybe just biological, okay? So maybe you do also have ADD or ADHD, whoever I'm talking to, okay? And you just struggled a lot through your life because you never got that diagnosis, okay? Your parents never saw it, I guess, okay? Or they just didn't look deeper into something. I don't know. So maybe you have, it doesn't even have to be both parents, but maybe one parental figure was very significant in kind of like diminishing your issues, right? Because that's something that I feel like some of us deal with as well, is when you have a certain parental figure that just like pretends like the issues don't exist, or they just, I don't know, they don't feel like dealing with it, right? So they just diminish it because they don't feel like understanding you or something like that. Like it's very invalidating or something. Knight of Pentacles. So you're just a slow moving energy here. This has something to do with your the Chariot in reverse is when you feel like demotivated, okay? When you feel demotivated, you feel stuck, you feel hopeless, you feel like giving up. So you could have gone through this a lot when you were younger, that you felt very demotivated and stuck, and maybe even depressed, like I said at the beginning, right? And this could have had something to do with your upbringing or your school experience, okay? Like I said, you might have been bullied as well. But also maybe because of ADHD. I don't know. I feel like that's significant for someone here, okay? Undiagnosed ADHD does a lot with someone's motivation or someone's drive and someone's emotional body, right? Their mental body. And like I said, especially, I feel like, I don't know why that's significant, but especially if you have like a parent around you that just doesn't even try and figure out what's going on with you or why you are the way that you are, or, you know, just tells you to snap out of it. I mean, if you have undiagnosed ADD, like that's something you can't change. That's what you have for the rest of your life, right? How is someone just supposed to snap out of it? How is someone just supposed to get better? You know, just pull your act together. Just clean up, like, it's not possible, right? So, I don't know. There's something like that going on here. Ten of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Why are you showing me this? Some sort of betrayal here with a message. Because of betrayal in a message? Because someone was trying to betray you with a message? What do you mean? Knight of Wands. Was some sort of action that was taken? Three of Cups reversed. It has to do with a friends group, or what? You not having friends? No way. Okay, so what is this about? A friends group or a social group, or you not having friends, or you always being the outsider? So what? Someone was trying to betray you by saying, oh, you've always been the weird one and the outsider, no one wants to be your friend. It's like, well, you know, some of us are just weird, so there's nothing wrong with being weird, guys. Weird is different. Sun, exactly. Look, Spirit agrees. There is nothing wrong with being a little weird, okay? Some of us are weird. And that's fine. That's fine. That's completely fine that we're not all the same, okay? Some of us are outsiders. Some of us are underdogs and black sheeps. And, you know, nobody wants to be our friend. We sit alone at lunch. So what? We're just a little bit weird, okay? That's fine. Some of us didn't grow up having a lot of friends because we were the ugly duckling. So what? It's hard. When you're going through this as a kid, it's really hard, especially as a teenager, okay? If you go through this as a teenager, it's really hard, especially if you then also have a parent, okay? Like, especially with this Two of Cups, like you might have had like close relationships, like a parent or something like that, right? A narcissistic parent who then completely diminished like everything that you were going through, like invalidated your feelings, didn't try and figure out what was actually going on with you, like, you know, just snap out of it, right? Just snap out of it. I mean, how are you supposed to snap out of something like ADD, but whatever. Two of Wands. So it has something to do with your path moving forward. Knight of Cups. And someone being generous to you or kind or some sort of an offer that was made. High Priestess. Or it could be about somebody around you claiming that they were always there for you and always so giving and generous and kind and always doing everything for you and always... Okay, yeah, this is giving me narcissistic parent right here. So there is someone here that could have, you know, really struggled in their younger years, and they didn't have the support that they were supposed to have, which led to things maybe like depression, anxiety, social issues, lack of friends, because there was a lack of like mental health support, okay? So you went through things like bullying, you went through things like not having a lot of friends, maybe even feeling very lonely at times, okay? Because you didn't understand what was going on with you. Like I said, when I was younger, I knew that I was different, but I didn't know why, right? I could feel that there was something weird about me. It's like, why am I not like other kids? I could feel it. I knew it, but I didn't know why. Now looking back, I know why, okay? But there's someone here that could have like, they're pretending like they were always there for you and they were always so understanding and they always did everything for you and they were so giving and kind and they gave up their life for you, when that's a lie. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the person that, you know, left you like high and dry when you were going through your worst issues, right? This is the person that never tried to take you to the doctors to figure out what's going on with you. They just told you to snap out of it and get over it. Like, that's this person, I'm pretty sure. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Let's see. Let's see here. Heartbroken. When you were sad, look at this. Sad, separation, grieving, mourning, feeling lost. There's someone here that's claiming that you went through depression and they were always there for you. Always there for you when you went through your depression, right? Healing heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. They helped you heal your heart. Oh, I can't even make it up. The golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist. What was I just saying, yo? There's a narcissist around someone here that is claiming that when someone was going through their depression, they were there and they did everything and they helped someone heal their heart. No, this narcissist did not do that. Oh, hell no. This narcissist was not there for someone. This narcissist told someone to snap out of it. Why can't you just get over it? Why are you the way that you are? Why are you sick? Like, this narcissist probably told you because you have been dealing with depression and anxiety and bullying. Why are you sick? Why are you the way that you are? Why can't you just get better? You're ruining my life. You're a burden to this family. What's wrong with you? You are a burden, blah, blah, blah. That was this narcissist. Okay? This narcissist didn't try to help someone get better. This narcissist just pointed the finger at someone and said, why are you the way that you are and why can't you just get better? What's wrong with you? You're ruining everything. You're ruining my life. You're ruining the family. You're ruining my marriage. That's this narcissist right here. Yeah, so this is classic. This is classic here. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union in reverse. So this narcissist here probably even blames you or something that you went through for the reason why they're like, yeah, you're ruining the family, you're ruining the marriage. Like, if you had issues when you were younger, this person, I don't know if they're also blaming like maybe failed partnerships on this, like either your failed partnerships or their failed partnerships. They love blaming your issues for everything that goes wrong in someone's life, right? Okay. That's kind of what I feel. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Needs time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal. Okay, so I feel like this is in the present moment. Someone around you is drudging up the past, okay? So this is something you went through a long time ago. This could be, like I said, in your teen years, okay? Or early teens or early adulthood years or something like that. Someone here is going way back in time. Like way back in time, and trying to use your past against you, okay? So they're trying to use the past against you where you had undiagnosed issues, you had a narcissistic family member around you that was making the problem worse and making you feel like you're a burden, okay? Like you're just a burden because everybody refuses to take you to the fucking doctor and find out what is wrong with you, okay? What's actually going on with you? Nobody could find the actual problem, right? So they're finding this has something to do with some sort of messages from the past of something that you went through, right? This could even have something to do with depression, okay? Maybe you even really struggled with depression in the past, like even things like with the Ten of Swords. I'm kind of even getting like self-harm, okay? I'm gonna be honest. So I'm kind of getting that here. Camera, yeah, the past, perception, reminiscing, keepsake, learn from the past. Someone here is drudging up the past, okay, and trying to use your past against you and saying, oh, look at how this person was in the past. What they're not saying, though, is that someone had been dealing with undiagnosed ADD or ADHD all of their life, and they had a narcissistic family member who was telling them to get over it and just, you know, why are you sick? What's wrong with you? You're a burden on the family, right? Okay? Something like that. Yeah, you had to learn how to deal with all of this by yourself as well. So you might I found out my own diagnosis, right? It didn't come from my parents or anybody. It came by accident. Like I was watching, I think like Instagram reels. I was finding out more and more about ADHD. And I was watching this girl. She has an Instagram, ADHD. And she was posting shorts. And I was like, wait a minute, that resonates. Wait a minute, that resonates. Oh my God, I do that too. Oh my God, I do that. Oh my God, I do that. And then I went way down the rabbit hole. And I was like, oh my God, I do all these things. And that's when I found out I have ADD. I was like, now it all makes sense, right? It was so strange. It was so surreal, but everything started making sense in my life. Everything I even went through in the past, in my depression, in my bullying, in my anxiety, in my, why was I different? Why did nobody understand me? Okay. Like looking back, I even think that there might be even like someone in my family that also has ADD. They just don't know it, right? So all these things start coming together. Yeah, I received what I need, man. I receiving what you need, progression arriving. I received what I needed and then I could move on with my life, okay? Yeah, medication saves lives, guys. So that really helped a lot. And because I felt unbalanced, okay? And you might have felt this way too, right? Zen balance in reverse, duality coupling in reverse, yin yang zen. Yeah, there was no balance. Somebody here didn't feel balance in their life, okay? You didn't feel balanced growing up. You didn't at all. There was no balance because I'm just gonna keep saying ADD, ADHD because I feel like that's what I'm talking to today. I'm gonna be honest. Your mind didn't feel balanced. How are you supposed to feel balanced when your mind is wired differently than everybody else's and you struggle because there's a deficit? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a learning disability. ADHD doesn't make someone stupid. It just means that you think differently than other people. Your brain is just wired a little bit differently. But since our society is wired a certain way to be a certain way, and it just makes it harder to keep up, right? So you didn't feel balanced growing up at all. You were really lacking balance. And I feel like you were also lacking the familiar support, like the home support, because nobody knew that you had ADD or ADHD. Okay? And they didn't try and figure it out either. So everybody was just like, why are you depressed? Why do you have anxiety? There's something wrong with you. Why are you this way? Why are you that way? It's like, why was I this way? I mean, someone had to find it out. You might, like, I don't know. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting. You went through a fuck ton of gaslighting when you were a kid, man. Someone here went through so much gaslighting, and that's what I'm talking about with this what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. You shouldn't be sick. Why do you have depression? There's no reason to have depression. Get your act together. Why do you feel sad all the time? You don't even have a reason to. Your life is amazing. Why are you sick? You're ruining the family. You're a burden to the family. That's gaslighting. That's pretending like a problem doesn't exist, okay? That is a parent figure, okay? Telling you that there's absolutely no reason why you should be feeling the way that you feel, even though you have a fucking disorder and you don't know about it, right? I mean, it's like someone's gaslighting you into making you think that you're the issue. You could have gone through something like that as well, where someone in your family was making you feel like you are the burden of the family. You're ruining the family. You're always something wrong with you. Why are you sick? There's no reason for you to be sick. And calling depression a sickness, it's like that was like a morbid symptom of something else, but someone didn't want to figure it out or something like that, right? Yeah, there was a lot of gaslighting going on, which probably made someone's depression and anxiety even worse, because if you don't know why you're depressed or anxious, you don't know why you have so many issues, you don't know why you're being bullied, you don't know why you're being cast out and everybody thinks you're weird. And then you also have a family member that is constantly telling you that everything would be better without you and you're a burden on the family and you're making everybody, you're ruining everybody's life because you just won't stop being depressed and anxious. It's like, how is someone with an untreated disorder supposed to get better? Right? So that's the gaslighting. That's like trying to make you believe that you're the issue and you're just doing it for attention. You could have heard that as well, right? You could have heard that a lot in your childhood, teenage years. Like, you're just doing it for attention. It's like confirmation. I just got a confirmation. Oh, you're just doing it for attention. You're just doing it for attention. It's like, no. I mean, that's how I know someone is really a fucking narcissist, right? A fucking narcissist will tell you that you're depressed and anxious for attention, right? Yeah, so tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Seduction. Hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. The relationship is over. Grow and transform your life. In reverse. What? Somebody didn't want you to grow up and transform your life? Tell me about the Six of Pentacles in reverse, please. The Chaser. In a codependent relationship. So this, like, okay, going through something like this could have even, fueled someone's abandonment issues. This is kind of giving me like emotional regulation, okay? So you would have had a lot of issues with like things like emotional regulation. But once you found out what was going on, finding out things coming to light, you were able to adapt, change, and heal. So something big that you found out about yourself, it allowed you to move on and change your life and adapt to your new life and heal a really big part of yourself. And I feel like it has something to do with this, right? Like finding out why you are the way that you are, finding out something about your personality where all of a sudden you're like, okay, now everything makes sense. It's like, now I know the way that I am. And it's like, isn't this funny? Isn't this funny that the fucking narcissist in the family comes around, right? When you've done the work to heal yourself and you've done the work to get better, they come around and say, oh, I was always there for them and I was always helping them and being so nice. Shut the fuck up. You were the one making it worse. Okay? This narcissist was the one that didn't even try and figure out what was going on, okay? They just made you feel like you're a burden to the family and everything would be better if you weren't there, okay? That's what I feel. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it at that here for the first part of your reading. And then we'll see in your second part if there's anything else you need to know and if there's any advice for you, okay? So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.